the gentlelady. Now I recognize the gentlelady from Connecticut, Representative Hayes.
Thank you, and thank you to our witnesses for being here today to testify. I apologize for coming in late. I'm juggling multiple hearings. College athletics has become a multi-billion-dollar industry, with the National Collegiate Athletic Association, or the NCAA, bringing in nearly $1.4 billion in revenue in 2024. I can tell you that I have absolute faith in college sports, being from the basketball championship of the world, where our UConn women just won a 12th national title. It is the only sport we have. Our college athletes is Connecticut sport. I mean, we have Connecticut Sun now, but college athletics is Connecticut sports, and this is a conversation we have often at home. And immediately after that win, one of the things that Coach Ariamo spoke about was the disparities for college athletes. So it is very fitting that we're having this hearing here today. For many young people, an athletic scholarship can be a pathway out of poverty, but a scholarship alone does not help an athlete trying to feed themselves or provide for their families back at home. These scholarships are typically contingent upon an athlete being enrolled as a full-time student and meeting specific academic requirements. Across various sports and divisions, college athletes report spending between 30 to 50 hours a week on athletic activities, despite NCAA caps on the number of hours athletes may engage in, quote, countable athletically related activities. In fact, many athletes report feeling pressured to attend so-called voluntary athletic sessions for fear of retaliation, or they're worried they may lose their spot on their team or incur a broader punishment for their teammates. This is an incredible level of control over how a person spends their time and fulfills the basic requirements of being a member of a team. While a large part of the conversation around college athletics and collective bargaining centers around monetary compensation, a union also provides security for its members when facing excessive demands. Mr. Uma, could you please explain how union representation could help athletes pressured to invest excessive hours in outside activities?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the pros, they have unions, and I think that many people watching today would love if their sibling, child, if they were in the pros, and they have unions, and they negotiate how long their time demands are on their athletics. So I think, first and foremost, anyone that has concern about the overemphasis of athletics, overcoming academics and affecting graduation rates, has to recognize that the athletes, if they had a union and could collectively bargain, could try to reduce hours that are required of them.
Thank you. There are more than 500,000 NCAA college athletes, but fewer than 2% of them will go on to play sports professionally. The NCAA has pointed this out in social media campaigns in recent years. The demands of an athletic schedule can often stand in the way of a student pursuing internships, career workshops, and other types of training that will help them in their postgraduate years. Every college athlete should have the flexibility to ensure that they can pursue their dreams of playing collegiate sports and invest in their futures after college. Unions provide their members with a seat at the table and can do the same for college athletes. Mr. Uma, what benefits could union representation offer so that college athletes can prioritize their academics and post-college goals while meeting the vigor of an athletic schedule?
And that's a great question. You know, beyond just reducing the time demands, there could be ironclad agreements that ensure that their scholarship isn't revocable at each year, that a coach can't, quote unquote, fire you or run you off, because despite the promises and the rhetoric that if athletes become employees, they can suddenly be fired, they're getting fired all the time for years and years. The coach creates a hostile work environment, breaks the athlete mentally to the point where they want to transfer or quit their sport altogether. That can be negotiated, the terms of whether a person can be fired or not, and that is, as we've mentioned, tied to your educational opportunity. Post eligibility as well. If you need another semester or two to graduate because you've been dealing with such high athletic demands, that could be negotiated. How about an extra couple years to graduate? Again, not as a verbal promise that no one's enforcing, but under an agreement.
Thank you. And like I said, from a state like Connecticut, where college athletes is our sport, they're making big money right now in Connecticut off of this championship. I yield back. Thank you.
The gentlelady yields back.